For some of you gathered here, this ceremony may prompt a flood of your own personal memories. And others of you, it may set in motion dreams and aspirations of your own. But for McKaylee and John, who stand here before us, this ceremony is an act of participation in what they believe to be God's will for their lives.
You should know when she was younger and Kim and I had to get her ready for daycare in the mornings, we would lay her clothes out the night before, and sometimes in the morning, it would work out. And then there was those mornings it didn't. She would be going through 2 or 3 more outfits. I'm sure John's experienced this even present day. Okay? I knew it would take a special man to satisfy McKaylee's unique spirit. And that man is John Stanley.
Truth be told, I think we all knew John was it since day one. In fact, I can recall the exact moment I knew. It was after a long, accidental, dutiful day of drinking, and John busted through with the most beautiful hitch kick I have ever seen. And that means a lot coming from me. I know a good hitch kick when I see one. But the family knew after our first vacation when we witnessed that John had been able to get McKaylee to cut her getting ready time in half, maybe even like 2/3. Like, no one has ever been able to do that.
So there's 2 things that I like to encourage couples to think about doing. Consider that every day, near the end of your day, you just set aside a few minutes to sit with each other and talk to each other. And talk about your day. What was it that went on in your life that particular day? What were the things that made you feel sad, or angry, or scared? Or what made you feel happy, or excited, or tender? Because whatever of those 6 feelings you're feeling that day, that's kind of the essence of who you are. So here's another thing to consider. That every day you'd be very deliberate to tell each other something that you appreciate about the other person. Some part of their personality, their character, or something they've done for you. And it doesn't have to be something really big. It could be appreciation for emptying the dishwasher or taking out the recycling. But John, every day you look McKaylee in the eye and say, McKaylee, I really appreciate that you did that for us. Or McKaylee, you look John in the eye and say, John, you know, one of the things that I so appreciate about your character as a man is this. Now, if you decide to embark on this, don't worry, you'll never run out of things that you see to appreciate. In fact, 10 or 15 years from now, what you appreciate about each other will probably be very different and in many ways more profound. But the real payoff in this little exercise just comes in hearing every single day that you are loved and appreciated for who you are and what you do.
I, John, take you, McKaylee, to be my wife. I will love you. Share my life with you.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In poverty and prosperity.
In poverty and prosperity.
In conflict and in harmony.
In conflict and in harmony.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
I, McKaylee, take you, John,
My husband.
to be my husband.
I will love you.
I will love you
And share my life with you.
and share my life with you.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
Poverty and prosperity.
In poverty and prosperity.
In conflict and harmony.
In conflict and in harmony.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
McKaylee, this ring I give you
Represents my unending love.
represents my unending love.
It represents
It represents
my intention to honor you.
my intention to honor you.
May it at all times
May it at all times
visibly serve to remind you
visibly serve to remind you
of my solemn vows to you
of my solemn vows to you
on this day of our marriage.
on this day of our marriage. Good
this ring I give you
John, this ring I give you
represents the unending love
represents the unending love
which I pledge to you.
which I pledge to you.
May it at all times
May it at all times
visibly serve to remind you
visibly serve to remind you
of my solemn vows to you
of my solemn vows to you
on this day of our marriage.
on this day of our marriage.
Now it gives me very great pleasure to introduce to you for the first time as husband and wife, John and Michaela.
Life is a series of rooms, and who we spend time in those rooms with adds up to what our lives are. When I first read that, I was like, wow, that's literally what I'm doing. I'm just compiling a list of rooms that John and I have shared together. Now, John and I have laughed in those rooms, we've drank in those rooms, we've yelled at Chicago sports in those rooms. Well, I've yelled at Chicago sports in those rooms. The list of rooms that John and I have amassed is undoubtedly impressive, though it pales in comparison to the one that you two have already started building together. In fact, I have something for you both. This is a photo album. Yeah, believe it or not, they still make these. Through the years, I want you to save your favorite rooms in this. And not for social media, and not for likes or clout or whatever the hell they make up down the road, but for you two to look back on and see how your lives have added up together. And hopefully, we can start with this beautiful room tonight.
Between John's quick feet on the dance floor and Michaela's high kicks and hair flips, it's easy to see just how much you both complement one another and simply are just meant to be. Michaela, I'm so lucky to have you as a sister. I have never met someone so contagiously fill a room or be so full of life as you, and we couldn't be happier. You have found that person that makes your life equally as full. I physically cannot get into just how much I love you because my makeup won't survive it. So on that note, can I just have everyone raise a glass? Kindly.
Everybody have a great time. Here's John, Michaela. God bless. Godspeed.